All right. Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Nicole Learner, and we are back with Anime Cole. Or just started watching anime. I don't know yet. Still figuring this thing out. Hopefully, I'll figure it out by the time 2021 gets here. It's a dumb show. Like, that show, it's difficult. And I was like, what you mean it's difficult? He was like, let me know when you finish watching it.
You have to be a certain person to want to watch this show. I went online to play Tekken one time. I was like, I'm not bad. I'm a pretty good Tekken player. I'm nice.
Yeah.
I caught somebody from Japan playing. Fam, they juggled me in the air the entire match. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. I get it. Like, you just do this all day. I feel you. Like, whatever.
But you already know. Got the homie Stik here. You know what I'm saying? Typically Nisho would be here, but he didn't watch Space Dandy because he said he couldn't get into it, which understandable.
God.
And we're gonna talk about that. So before we get into that, Stik, let everybody know how you're doing and promote anything that you want to promote.
I'm doing okay, man. I guess since the last time we've been here, which it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I got married, so there's that. That's a big thing for me, apparently. Yeah, man. But but yeah, just right now I'm just still writing, trying to figure out some things. Actually, gonna start eventually I'm gonna start like a wine podcast soon, but we'll see. Probably start in the new year just to be safe.
Ooh, I wish I knew what I was drinking so I could tell you, but
did you literally just go inside and grab and pour?
Yeah, my grandma bought some. And I was like, is there still some wine in the refrigerator? She's like, yeah, help yourself. Go.
Don't mind if I do.
Ain't even a wine glass, just just regular glass.
I mean, listen, you use what you use.
Yeah, it's like it's a red. I think it's a Merlot.
Okay.
Can Merlots be this color?
Merlots are usually red, yes.
Yeah.
I'm still searching for a good red, like a very, very good red.
Oh, can't help you there. Anybody watching though, if you want to give the homie Stik here a good red recommendation for the wine, and me too, because I'll drink it. I mean, won't know what I'm drinking, but I'll drink it. This one's really naturey. Right. It reminds me of the forest, so.
Probably use a lot of wood in their in their process.
Yeah, let me not get too close to the mic. We don't want this to be one of those ASMR things, which are gross and cool at the same time. I don't know.
Like, it depends on who does it.
Yeah, I can't sit through it, but I get it.
Janae Aiko did one, and I sat through the entire thing.
So you basically saying if Janae Aiko or what's the other chick? Don't tell me. Rashida Jones. Were to do a food ASMR, you could sit through that.
Absolutely. No question.
That's wild. Yeah, I couldn't do it. The other ASMR stuff I could do, like I've learned that I really like the sounds of a city. It's very comforting to me, being a city kid.
Oh, tell us about the new video that came out recently.
Oh shit! Thank you for reminding me. So basically, I'm working on a new project where I'm trying to learn how to become a better videographer. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to just go out in the city and shoot shit. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I also found that there's a whole niche of YouTube where people just go out and on the street and take pictures, and it becomes this whole thing. And not just photographers and stuff tune in, but like people who just enjoy like just sounds of the city and stuff like that. So I'm trying to mix the two worlds and see where it goes and just have fun with it just because I want to. That's
yeah, I saw the video and I was real interested. I was like, oh, okay, this is a new avenue.
Yeah.
I always wondered, like, do people like feel weirded out when like you have a camera and you just like recording?
Yeah, I felt that way when I first got started, and you definitely have some people that look at you, but it's like, I think since it's DC, like there's so much like shit that could be happening. Like a person with a camera is not like, like I have one. The next video I'm dropping, I'm down Gallery Place, Chinatown, and I think like 3 or 4 people just randomly started screaming at some point. I'm gonna try to cut it out because I know that they were like mentally ill and I don't feel right.
Right.
But there's some parts I can't cut it out, so they might still be in there. So yeah, and with stuff like that happening, it's like, some people think I'm a tourist. Like I've had people ask me like, "Oh, you a tourist?" And then I actually
That's
got
hilarious.
it. Yeah, I got a clip of one guy asking me that on a video I'm gonna drop eventually. That's like, because I did like 4 of them already, so I only dropped 1 so far. So yeah, one of them, the guys is like, "Oh, you touring the city, huh?" And I was like, "No, I'm from around here." He's like, "Oh, okay, keep it up."
He probably thinks you're even weirder now.
Yeah. I mean, but there's so much shit to shoot in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was gonna get out there, get like 15-20 minutes of stuff, but it's like, next thing I know, my battery's dead. So I know I've been out there for 45 minutes or an hour. So it's fun. So yeah, y'all go watch that.
Type of stuff.
Huh?
I said it's good to capture that type of stuff because it's it's interesting.
Yeah, and like right now it's just the right amount of people outside because it's cold and COVID, which I feel like it's a little bit more people outside than it usually is because of COVID, because people are pressed to be outside. So it's nice to try.
We're not going there.
Yeah. That's another topic for another day. We'll save that for the wine podcast.
Right.
Because I need a feature on that chain one day.
For sure, man. You already know.
Yeah.
You already know.
But yeah, y'all, that's enough about us. And I mean, it's good we filled it up because I don't know how long this is going to be. I told you before, the Space Dandy jank probably going to be short.
Yeah. As the time went on, I was like, oh, I see where this is gonna go.
Yeah,
I see where this is gonna go.
So,
but lead us in. Give us your synopsis of what Space Dandy was about, and we'll go from there.
So, Space Dandy, giving it my best synopsis. It's about a guy, and he has a robot. Like, is his friend? And they're trying to capture this alien that they think is rare, but it's not. And they actually befriend that alien as well. And then they traverse through the universe in what seems to be unrelated string of events, but they're all related by this villain. That's how the stories connect, through the villain. Other than that, there's no connection through the story. And it just turns out that even though he can be a little slightly misogynistic and a little bit of a douche, like most anime protagonists can be, the way I'm finding, he's actually a really good guy. And I think like the key to the universe or some shit like that. Yeah. That's that's
nice.
my synopsis of the anime Space Dandy. And and I like the graphics. I do like the cartoon. The cartoon kind of made me keep watching like the actual what's that shit called, like visual art, the aesthetic of it all. Like it really reminded me of like a good quality, just good. I know it's not a cartoon, but
right. No, I understand.
Yeah.
You like the animation.
I like the animation. Yes.
It is one of the high points of the show, I would say.
I love the colors. I love like all the details. Like that they which is also something I can see I'm gonna like about anime, because they do make sure that they put the details in there. I like that, Hooters is still around in the futures and goes by boobies. You know, I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. I can rest easy tonight knowing that will still be around.
Yes,
Yeah.
even though, they're falling apart right now, but and they last, you know.
Listen, they survive. They survive. So
So,
I guess I usually you have questions. So like, if you want to just do it that way, we can,
yes.
and then we can, because I can say I watched Say Sandy originally maybe when did it first come on? Because it came out in Tsunami. I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember specifically.
Mm.
I was drawn into it because it was the creator of it, or the director of it, created two of my favorite, and in fact, my top two favorite anime of all time. Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, respectively, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going in, and if you think about, and when I was thinking about it, it's a space adventure. So I'm like, okay, Cowboy Bebop was a space adventure. So I'm thinking, okay, something along the lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I watch it, and I'm like, this is nothing along the lines of what Cowboy Bebop is, but
Mm-hmm.
it still follows like the similar structure that those shows did. So I don't know if you remember Samurai Champloo. There was an overarching story, but
Mm-hmm.
most of those episodes were standalone.
Yeah.
Right? So it still has that, but where the other two animes were more action based,
Mm-hmm.
this was more based on comedy
Mm-hmm.
and or dramatics, right? And I think if I had known that going in, I would probably have liked it more.
I can understand that. I can see that.
So I think for somebody like you who's just like you're new and you have like no expectation of it, and with the ones that we've seen thus far,
Yeah.
I can see how it's just like this weird left turn out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah. It's weird because after watching it, even though I would never go watch the whole thing and binging it again, but
Mm-hmm.
I will say, like, if channel surfing was still a thing, like,
Oh, geez.
that would be a show I would stop on. Like, I'd be like, oh, I ain't seen this show in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would return to it, or even like on some of the what's those the streaming platforms now that have like the shuffle feature. Like, if it
Yep.
shuffled to that, I would watch it. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Watching the whole thing is just not
my
happening.
brain is just, and it has some good episodes. It's just,
It does.
I think just because that the thing you talked about with the like them being standalone episodes, like even in what was it,
Kill or Samurai
Samurai Champloo.
Champloo.
Yes. Samurai Champloo. Like, even with that, like you knew that the overarching goal was them to go find the girl's father. Like, that was, the whole story. Like, they're going, like, even though like a lot of the episodes seem to be unconnected, like, you knew that that's where they were going. And I guess for me with Space Dandy, like, you didn't really get what the whole show was about till the end.
The last 3 to 4 episodes, yeah.
Yeah, which were like the best episodes of the thing, I think. Other than the one at the beginning when they found the little random girl that was like lost or whatever. I really like that episode.
Probably my favorite, yeah.
Yeah, but like at the end, it really came together, and I was like, this is the element I was missing from the whole show from the beginning. Like, I wish they would have like gave us some type of hint that like he held some type of key or like significance to the universe, because the whole thing, you're like, why is this gorilla chasing Dandy, or what I like to call him, excuse my language, the gorilla bad bitch, because that's what he
he is though. No, he is.
You know, he was just, that's what he was giving. So I was like,
Yeah, he's DBB.
so I was like, yo, why is this man chasing him throughout the years? Just like, I don't get it. Like, and I mean, I know they did that on purpose, probably, so we can all have this aha moment, but it was still like, it didn't help. Like, it didn't help that they didn't include that detail. Like, it didn't make me enjoy it more. It just made me enjoy it a little bit less.
Yeah, I agree, because I didn't even really think about that too much. Because you're right, Samurai Champloo does do that. Like, even though this, like, the middle of the story, the middle of this anime, they're not really connected. Not always. Like, it takes like 4 or 5 episodes before you get one. It's like, okay, we're back on track.
Yeah.
But from the very beginning, you know, the ultimate goal is to get from here to get to the girl's father.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas, say, Sandy, we're just traveling through space and different universes and different alternate realities. We're doing all these different things, and I don't know why, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and like you said, like the last 3-4 episodes, these things start connecting. You're like, oh, okay, and then here, and then here, and then aha, that's why you've been chasing homeboy around. And so, from that perspective, it does have a somewhat it's satisfying the word. It has an intriguing conclusion. I guess it's the word I would say. It's an intriguing conclusion. However, it would have been a much better conclusion had I known at least, or been given some type of clue of why we're chasing him. Like some type of foreshadowing, some type of hint at the beginning, so that way I can anticipate and build anticipation for what I'm gonna see at the end.
Yeah, that's pretty much, just how I felt. Cause like I said, it's a good show. Like,
it's a decent show.
It's a decent show.
It's a decent anime.
And like young Cole, like that was into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that shit. Like if that was coming on, like it probably wouldn't have came on with those shows. But
it would not.
If I stayed up at night to watch that show, I would have liked it. It would have made a lot of sense to me. But because like now that I'm an adult and I like things to connect and make sense, it's a little bit hard for my adult mind to wrap itself around.
Right.
But like they did have a lot of gems, and honestly, I had wrote notes, but I lost them by now. But like I remember,
you were good at that, by the way.
Huh?
You were the master of writing notes or writing questions and then losing them.
Cause like, look, this is like one of my book. Like, well, actually, this is actually a better habit I have. This is just a random. I have this book. It's almost full now, but it's just random notes of everything: the podcast, my stock shit, like my video shit, like, and it's all just in here. But it seems like chaos, but it's organized and it's in one place. Because if not, I'm writing it on random notepads and receipts and my phone, and then I'm accidentally deleting notes and stuff. So this small book of chaos works for me. No pun intended.
Word. Yeah, chaos. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But yeah, but I do remember a note that I wrote, and it was like, I feel like somebody took all their favorite like anime tropes and like just made individual episodes for them and put them into this anime, because like the individual story, like each episode could have been its own storyline, to be honest. It could have been its own kind of, like the one when they went to go see the ramen dude and like the different time dimension. Like I was like, I need like 2 or 3 more episodes of this, because like, I mean, I know they were on a time trap and they had to get back, or time constraint, and they had to get back, but like, dang, can you imagine being in a dimension of ramen? Like,
I would have liked a couple of episodes that would have had like 2 parts, I guess. Just to maybe extend the story just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we said, the one with the little girl was amazing.
Yeah, that one definitely could have been extended.
Yeah, like if that was like a like an extended movie, like a 90-minute movie, that would be a very very good movie.
Yeah. I would have liked for her to return too. That would have been nice. Like if she would have popped up
See,
at the trial of Dandy or something.
that's the other thing I didn't like. I wish happened more, especially with this type of show. Because I wish that there was like some returns, like more returns. Like I know things for like one-offs and stuff, but like some of the characters, like that episode with the girl, really helped me connect with Dandy as a character. Because before that, he's just like he's a buffoon.
Yeah.
He is not as strong, but not as sexually assaulty as Johnny Bravo. That's essentially who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like a Johnny Bravo that went to like a therapy session and this therapist told him like you gotta chill.
Like I get it, you love women and you appreciate them, but you have to relax.
Like he still like crosses that line, but he like puts a toe over it. Other than like Johnny Bravo, who's just like fuck this line.
He's like what line?
Oh, you're 17. I don't care.
Like to be 18 something. Like nah, you have to relax, my guy. But yeah, like that episode just helps you like it helped me personally just connect with him as a character more, because the main protagonist in Watanabe's, I forgot what his first, I know his first name, I don't want to mispronounce it, but Watanabe's like main characters, they typically they connect very easily for me. Like I get invested from day one. And it didn't happen with Dandy originally, like from the first episode, but that episode helped me. And then I kind of get his character, like, and I like the side character too. Was it Meow? Is that his name? Yeah. Right?
It was like Meow. Like, his real name. Like something weird.
Something crazy. But I like the dynamic that those three characters had. It's just there was a spark missing to me, man.
Yeah, it is just something missing. Like it's like, dang, this cake would have been bomb, but it's just something. I can't tell you what it is. Texture. I don't know if you can put enough butter. Right. Something. Yeah.
It's good. It's just it could have been better.
It could have been great.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, that's funny you talk about relating to characters, because that's one of my questions, of course. Is like, did you relate to any of the characters, and if so, which one was it?
I mean, relate to no, right? Because we're dealing with, besides Dandy, we're dealing with aliens pretty much, right? Yeah. So it's kind of hard to relate to any of the characters, right? I like characters. Like I said, I like Dandy. I like Meow. I like the gorilla. What was his name?
Hold on, let me go.
What was his name? But I liked him because he was like borderline
Dr. Gel.
That's what it was.
Gel, yeah.
Like he was like borderline intimidating, but you also knew he was a buffoon. Right? He was just as goofy as Dandy was.
Yeah.
So it's like I like that, I like that duality for him. But relate to anybody? Not really. Like Danny had some times where like he has a soft spot and he gets in this little emotional bag and there are moments I can relate to him, but as a character, no.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I do appreciate women's body, so there's that. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
But not like he does.
Yeah.
He's on a different level.
I was about to say, you're not like a whole perv about.
No, I'm not. He on a different level.
Man, you gotta respect the booty, baby. I was like, wait, what? Somebody wrote this in the 2000s.
It's like, I mean, there has to be a better way to say that.
Facts.
Like that is.
Yeah.
I did like that episode too, though. What was that episode where they went to like it was like a school or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they had like that dance off at the end? That was pretty cool. I like that episode.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and he like helped the girl find like her inner beauty or whatever, and you
Yeah,
know all that cute shit. I guess.
yeah. High School Musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
What
think I
about you?
had
Did you relate to
any.
anybody?
I don't. I don't think so. Not this time
Mhm.
around. Like that I related to. Like not even in. I was trying to think of like a side character, but actually, if I related to anything, maybe like one of the the character at the end that was like the 4-dimensional character that was like a prism. Cause old girl came through there. It was just like, look, that was in the past. This is the now.
Yeah.
And it was like they couldn't go to 2D land because the 2D character was in love with the 4D character. I said I have anything like that going on in my life, but it's just I
It
don't
felt
know.
somewhat relatable. Yeah.
Yeah, I just be feeling like such an outcast sometimes. Like I feel like the
Yeah.
only person people I can relate to who are people who aren't sorry, who also aren't in like the normal crowd, I guess.
Right.
So
Just a
like,
bunch of the outcasts being outcasts.
yeah, of course I would be a 4D character, like who had a relationship with a 2D character. But then also dated this 3D character. Like what?
Right. Right.
But nah, I don't think like on a serious note, I don't think I related to any of the characters. I liked Meow a lot. I felt like they gave Meow a hard time for no reason, even though he was a dumbass, like posting his location all over the universe and stuff. But he didn't know what he was doing.
I mean, I don't know. He's kind of a good representation for people who use social media today too.
Oh, facts.
I feel like
That was
'cause,
that was really intentional, the way they did that.
yeah, so it may not be relatable to me, but I see people in Meow.
Yeah.
I see people in Meow
Yeah.
for sure.
It's funny. I see a lot of people in like QT too, where they're like super smart, but they're not like common sense smart. Because you know, and QT wasn't common sense smart because it was an old robot and couldn't update that well, or whatever. But like, yeah, there's definitely people who are super book smart or technically smart, but common sense
But
smart.
can't. Yeah.
I'm like 30-30 each. I don't know where the rest goes.
What's the other 40?
I don't know. Probably like just random knowledge and a random assortment of knowledge. But like, yeah, I'm like 30% common sense and 30% book smart.
It's like I don't know if you've ever done it, but like like when you like put something together and there's like leftover parts.
Yeah.
And you just feel like you never want to throw those parts away because you never know when you might need them. So you just put them in the same thing, and then like that's you. You just have like a bunch of like random parts. Oh, this lug nut.
And it's actually kind of important. Next thing you know, your cabinet is leaning over.
But you just don't know when to put it and when to use it. You just have it just in case.
It's there. It just exists.
This is gonna come in handy one day.
One day. Hey yo, like true story about like random screws and shit. So like, my grandma keeps random screws and shit, of course. And like one day I needed a screw. And I went downstairs on a scavenger hunt in the basement looking for a screw, and sure enough, I found one. So it's a random screw for a Phillips screwdriver, and they do come in handy, even if that's a 30-year-old screw. It came in handy.
Hey, a screw don't discriminate. As long as it fits, dog, it's in there.
Yes, that could go many ways, but yes.
Yeah, I mean that, and so yeah, that's a double entendre. Don't even ask me how.
I'm glad Nisha wasn't here for that one.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so my next thing was a favorite episode, but I think we both agree that it's the one with the rare alien girl. That was
Yeah.
it's a really good episode. And ooh, fun question. If you could bring any character to life, what character would it be?
I'd probably do Meow, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, cool.
I just feel like he got real bad anxiety problems, but like I also have really bad anxiety problems. We could just hang out together. Like he combines the combination of like I like cats, but I don't like people. And he's just like a cat person. So I feel like that mixture might work for me. You know, he can be a handful, but not to the point where I feel like I would feel like I'm in danger consistently. Like I know in Samurai Champloo, I was like, oh yeah, I'd like to hang out with Mugen, but like I feel like I'd be in trouble every day of my life, and so it's like that's not fun. Sometimes I just want to just relax, and I feel like Meow would be the best choice for that.
Yeah, I feel you. That's my choice as well. And honestly, the more I think about it, think if I did relate to a character, it will probably be Meow, but minus the social media stuff. Just because I'm already the friend that's just like, let's go do it. While I'm not the person to introduce the idea, like I'm not going to be like, yeah, let's go do this. But if you're like, I want to go do this, I'm like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Let's go, just do it. And then when we get there, I might be like, yeah, I don't know about this. But for the most part, I'm down for the journey to the dangerous place.
Right.
I'm just not down for the danger once we get there.
For the actual dangerous event. Yeah.
So yeah.
My hope is that when we get there, you'll also realize it's a dangerous event, and you'll also want to run.
Yeah, we can just go back to boobies. You know what I'm saying?
Always go back to boobies, man.
That ship got fucked up so many times. I was like, where are they repairing this bitch? Like, I know they got the robot, but like the robot don't seem all the way there. So how are they?
And I feel like they weren't getting that many bounties, so they can't be making much money.
Facts. But I guess that's where we got to use our imagination, because I guess in between episodes, that's when they
were getting some.
Yeah.
But then again, and I don't know if we want to spoil like the ending. I feel like we shouldn't. But like now that we know the ending and who Dandy really is, I mean, he can do whatever he wants technically, right? Yeah, like he can do whatever because he's him,
Yeah. What was that man's name in Coming to America? Prince Hakeem? Yeah, this man's Prince Hakeem.
Yeah, he Prince Dandy.
King of Zamunda. He could do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, as far as questions, that's all I got.
Wow, that's
the only other one I had was like what makes it great and what doesn't, but we already talked about like why
we got into that early.
Yeah. So yeah, I told you.
Okay,
I didn't have much.
Yeah. Let's give it a ranking, I guess. Oh, how did we do the ranking last time? I forgot.
I don't know. I don't remember, but I was just gonna keep it simple this time, and on a scale of 1 star to 5 stars. These 1, 5.
Yeah, no, I see. You actually got the numbers right this time. I'm proud of you.
Okay. I was trying to figure out how you could see them, because I think I have my camera flipped on my view, so I don't know how you can see me.
I think people understand.
Yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, how watchable is the show?
Oh, as a whole, I think it's like 2 out of 5, right? As a whole, I think it's 2 out of 5. I think when I did my original list, my top 25 list, I think I had it like between 11 and 15 of my top 25.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would rearrange it with stuff that I watched since. But I think as a whole, it's like 2 out of 5. I think if you pick like certain episodes, that number would go higher, right?
Yeah.
But because I grade stuff as a whole, I would give it a 2 out of 5. And I think you have to be a certain person to want to watch this show and not know what's going on for 22 of 26 episodes. And so
it's fair.
Because a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people need to have a plot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least some like breadcrumbs of a plot anywhere, and you don't get them. All they do is they just have you. Oh, this dude is following him and try to chase him and catch him, but they don't tell you why at all.
Yeah.
Like I needed something. Like I watched it because I can't stop something. Mm-hmm. Unless it's like really, 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 really bad. And it wasn't really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
It was just like
not great.
It was frustrating, I guess. it was frustrating. I was like, dog, he keeps following him, but you're not telling me anything.
Yeah.
So I think for me, that's why I would do 2 out of 5. But with certain episodes, it's like it can be 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5. Mm-hmm. There's just some other ones where it's like it drags it down. Mm-hmm. Like I said, animation is amazing. It's really funny at times. It can be really funny. I would have liked more action. But again, that's me going into it knowing that it's a Watanabe direction. Yeah. And the first 2 shows I watched is nothing but action. So it's kind of a deviation of what I'm used to. But if you like shows that are funny, if you like shows that have really good if you like sitcoms, I feel like if you like sitcoms with one-off episodes, and you're like, this is what happened today, don't worry about whatever happens tomorrow, it's not gonna have to deal with whatever you just watched today, you'll be fine. But for people who like me, like if you're gonna do this, I need to have some type of plot, especially if I know that that's what the purpose of the show is, and that's most anime. You're not gonna run into an anime that just is just one-off episodes, because they're not sitcoms. You know what I'm saying? They're not situational comedies. They're long arcs or arcs that have to be completed by the end of the show. And so that's long-winded, but 2 out of 5.
That's interesting. See, now you reminded me of that it is similar to a sitcom. Almost makes me want to change my rating and give it a little boost. Oh,
well, at least tell us your original, and then if you feel like you want to give it the boost, give it the boost.
I don't think I'm gonna give it a boost though, but that was like almost convincing enough to give it a boost.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I give it a 1.5 out of 5.
Okay.
You know, it's a dumb show. But not all dumb shows are bad. So it's like you said, like if you're into that kind of thing, you probably would love it. You know what I'm saying? And it is very sitcom-y. And I grew up off of sitcoms, so I think that's probably a part of it that that didn't bother me about it. And I think with someone like Nisho, who I'm not going to speak for him because he isn't here, but maybe for him that's why it was hard for him to stay on, because it's very sitcom-y and the stuff didn't connect, each episode. But maybe that's why that didn't bother me as much now I think about it, because I'm used to that kind of format of entertainment. But just the whole just watching a show and not really knowing the point of it is trash. And I definitely, if I ever get a rainy or a snowy night and I'm on some edibles, I'm definitely watching Space Dandy. Like, I feel like for sure.
The colors alone are gonna mess you up.
Facts. Like if I'm tripping and I want to trip some more, like I'm definitely like if I ever get like a 50-inch TV, which I'm not really a big person in the big TV screen, so I don't know if I'll ever do that. But if I ever get anything bigger than the little 30 whatever inch I have, then I'm definitely want to kick back one day with some bourbon and some edibles and just binge watch Space Dandy. And I feel like I probably would give it a higher rating then.
You might break the scale for that.
I might be like 10 out of 5.
Oh.
But yeah, well, for now, I give it a 1.5 out of 5. And I wish I could give it more. And I feel like with that tiny detail of letting people know in some way why the show is happening, or I mean, the anime, why the anime is happening, would have given it that it needed to like be a 3 or 4 star type of show, you know. But without that, it just kind of makes it, because I had to really try to watch this show, like after getting to the end, like you said, like now I get it. I probably could watch it. I'm not going to, but I probably could go watch it a lot easier now. But before, I was really struggling to get through the show because it was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like,
you were forcing yourself to watch it, basically.
Yeah, I was forcing myself to watch it, and I really had to take a break from watching anime because like that jank kind of fried my brain.
Yeah.
So like, and here we are now, what, like 2 months later after we were supposed to have a discussion, because I just didn't feel like dealing with anime after. That's what that show did to me. I didn't feel like dealing with anime no more. I watched that show.
That joke will mess you up, girl.
So, but here we are. I watched it. I made it to the end, and I really stretched it out for no reason because my homie Kay, who might be featured if I start doing the weekly catch-ups, you know, he might be featured in that. But he watched it in like 2 nights, and he was like, he just was laughing at me in the text, like, that shows it's difficult. And I was like, what you mean it's difficult? He was like, let me know when you finish watching it. Yeah. And that should have told me everything I needed from there.
Yeah.
Because it's a good description. It's difficult, but it's not. Like it's like complicated because you don't feel like explaining what you feel about it. Like it's like a relationship that you just don't feel like talking about. It's complicated.
Right. It's because like you don't hate it. You don't hate it. It frustrates you to no end. So I get it. It's like I said, it's an acquired taste as far as watching it, and that's for sure. But yeah. You made it through, man, and I'm proud of you.
I did, and I'm ready for the next one. So what's the next one going to be?
Oh man, oh my God. Okay, I've had a couple choices, so I guess the question is, what are you looking for? I always ask people this when I'm trying to convince them to watch anime, right? I like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for something with multiple seasons? Are you looking for something that has a very intriguing plot? Are you looking for action? Are you looking for drama? What are you looking for? Because I've got 3 to 5 vastly different choices right now.
See, the thing is, I don't like Dandy got me so like I feel like I'm at square one. It brought me back to square one. Like I don't know.
See, I'm afraid to give you another anime that has a bunch of like one-offs.
I guess I want some suspense.
But it's Cowboy Bebop, right? And Cowboy Bebop is arguably the greatest thing to ever grace screen ever. But I'm afraid to do it. I'm afraid that we'll ruin our friendship if you don't like it. And so I'm trying to wait until you get some more stuff under your belt.
Man, I feel let's do Cowboy Bebop. Let's do it.
Is that what I do? Are you sure? Because
let me look at what it looks like.
Okay, because I have other choices. Because I feel like we did one that's comedy. This is gonna have a lot more action. It's gonna have a lot. I think the storytelling is like way better.
Mm-hmm. I think I've actually watched like an episode or two Cowboy Bebop just in passing with like friends and stuff.
Okay,
these characters look familiar, but
I'm in for some.
Huh?
I also post a lot about them, so that could just be me.
Between you, my brother, and Nisha, I'm pretty sure I've seen something about it. But yeah, I'm down. I mean, I wouldn't mind like some suspense, something that's going to pull me in.
All right, suspense. Okay, if we're gonna do
Kill la Kill was kind of suspenseful.
Really?
I can't talk now because I didn't know whether or not she was going to get the answer that she wanted.
I got you. Okay, suspenseful. I'm looking at my gallery right now. Okay.
More liquor for my room.
Oh, I gotta put my bar cart together so I can always have it on me. I mean, if we're gonna talk suspenseful, and if we're really gonna do suspenseful, I think there's only one anime, especially for a newbie, that you have to go to, and it's got to be Death Note.
Death Note.
I think it's got to be Death Note. If we're gonna do it, this has got to be the one.
Does that have multiple seasons, or is it just one?
I want to tell you, it's 37 episodes, if I remember the number correctly.
Okay.
It's technically a 2-season thing.
It's technically 2 seasons,
but it's not. But it is, but it isn't.
See what platform we working with.
I believe Netflix. I feel like all of them have Netflix, Hulu. I was like, they're on both of them.
Oh yeah, it does say Netflix. All right, bet. Okay.
Locking it in.
Yeah, we could do Death Note.
Death Note is. Oh man, you're in for a ride. I always like to give you like a heads up beforehand especially if it's something I've watched. Because I told you about Stay Standing early. I did. Just so we're clear.
You did. He did, everyone. He did. He warned
Just so we're clear.
You can go back in time and see that.
Yeah. Check out the videos. But Death Note. Death Note is gonna just start from episode 1. And you're going to the show should make you look at yourself and like, am I a villain too?
It says
is what it's gonna make you think.
Brilliant but bored high school student Light Yagami suddenly finds himself holding the power of life and death in his hands. Oh shit.
So yeah, and this is whereas Space Dandy, you were struggling to like trying to. Oh, you must say Ryuk. What's called?
It just says he has the power to kill anybody whose name he enters in it.
Don't read too much.
Demonic.
Don't read too much. Yeah, don't read too much.
Is this something I might have to pray to God about?
Nah, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. But whereas Space Dandy, you said it was a struggle to watch. Mm-hmm. You might be tired, but will continue to watch episodes. This is the type of show this is. Because the way they leave you on cliffhangers, you'd be like, nope, got to finish.
Gotta go see it.
Got to finish. Yeah. So that's what it's gonna be.
Watching that over the weekend because I don't think I have too many plans other than editing this weekend.
Yeah. So get ready. Get ready to prepare your little weekly reviews and stuff.
Yeah, I still don't know if that's happening definitely yet, though, but depends on how I'm feeling.
Right.
But okay, so y'all heard it. The next anime that's being watched and reviewed or watched and discussed is Death Note. We just discussed Space Dandy, and wherever you're watching this, make sure you my mic is always, it's like icebergs. They're like, it moves like a centimeter every minute.
That's funny. like a small shift.
Because this is a big ass mic, so it's too heavy for the stand, so it's like always slowly moving it. What was I saying? ADD.
Wherever you are right now.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, and this is going to be on my Nicole Learner channel for now.
Nicole Learner.
Yes, YouTube. So I actually pop up when you search me. I tested it out with one of my homies who never searched me on YouTube before. So if you'd search Nicole Learner, I pop up. It's not too many Nicole Learners on YouTube. So, so on there, subscribe and stay along for the ride. And we're going to try to take this as far as we can because anime is fun. And
there's so many. There's so many in the world, man. They keep making more. There's something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we might have to do one where we're doing it together because there's this anime called Food Wars. And I know how much you like food, just like I do.
There's an anime called Food Wars?
I'm not kidding. Food Wars.
And we're watching Death Note?
Yeah, you gotta watch the classics first, man. Come on, man.
There's an anime called Food Wars, and we're watching Death Note. We're watching.
When it's your turn again, we can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. See, that's why you gotta do your research, man.
It's okay. I'm willing to work my way up in the company.
Yeah, man. It's like Mortal Kombat, how you start off at the bottom and you just keep killing people until you get to the top.
Yeah, I don't think I ever made it to the end of a Mortal Kombat game. Yeah. But I could fuck a nigga up in some Mortal Kombat. Let's go. It's the only game I still know how to play. I just be pressing buttons.
That's like 80% of people though. They just be pressing buttons. I hate losing to people like that.
I used to know combos, like especially back in the Sega days. Oh man, you couldn't tell me nothing. A B, you know what I'm saying? Like, but these days, I don't know these new controllers. I mean, they're still technically the same, I guess, symbols and directional pads. But now you gotta incorporate like swoops of the thumb thingy and L
and the little extra shoulder buttons and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a bit different. It's a bit different.
Like you gotta like move the analog in like a J shape and
and there are people who just do it all day. So it's like I went online to play Tekken one time. I was like, I'm not bad. I'm a pretty good Tekken player. I'm nice.
Yeah.
I caught somebody from Japan playing. Fam, they juggled me in the air the entire match. I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, all right, bro, I get it. Like, you just do this all day. I feel you, like, whatever.
Yeah. I
ain't never been more mad in my life. I had to stop playing.
Yeah, I've definitely aged out of video games. Like, there was one point in my time in my life where I was, like, really good at them shits, and I could probably fuck you up with the best of them. But, like,
yeah.
Right before college is kind of when my skills started to decrease, and then ever since then I just aged very fastly when it came to video games. Like I'm like 60 or 70 years old when it comes to video games. Like you give me a controller right now, I'm like, what the?
You just looking down at it like, what is this?
Hold on, press pause. What's the button menu say?
Oh God.
O X is for square. That's
me
right now. Like it's bad. It's bad. But
No.
yeah. See, that's what happens. We done got off topic. We done started talking about video games. You know, ADD is a bad thing. That's what, never mind. I was gonna make a bad joke about how they do black
Yeah.
people.
We don't want to get canceled.
But yeah, thank y'all for watching. And I'm gonna turn this into like a little club. And for now, the club is going to exist on an Instagram group chat. And we're going to see how that goes. If it grows to the point where it's annoying, it'll move to somewhere else. But for now, I only have like Stik, Nisho, and my friend Kay interested in this little group. So it's just going to be the four of us. But if you would like to join, then hit me up on the IG. I'll eventually make my IG public. I'm working on cleaning it up a little bit because I still have children on my IG and I want to take them off because you niggas is crazy. And actually, let me say that again without the niggas. You people are crazy. And I don't want to subject my babies to that stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, there's going to be a whole club for this, and the bigger it grows, it'll be a bigger platform for that platform. The wine has been kicking in for a while. It's really kicking in now. Only two glasses tonight.
Wine is potent though, girl.
Yeah, and it's that slow hit too. It just slowly just rides up on you, and there goes the ADD again. Shit. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and Stik, thank you for entertaining my antics, and I'm not sure when this is going to drop.
Well, I don't know. We need to focus. We do need to focus on Death Note though. We need to make sure January we hit it.
Oh, facts. So this will definitely drop by the top of January. Now, what day? I'm not sure, but the top of January, that's when this is dropping. It won't matter to anybody watching this because it'll be already dropped. But for your notes, Stik, this is dropping at the top of January.
Bet.
Yeah. I'm trying to get better. I got a new graphics card. Oh, actually, let me just end the thing. Oh, yeah. So thank you for watching. Yeah, it's over. Okay. But let me start recording.